What's up, guys? John from Heavyset Tactical, and I got a couple things I wanted to talk about today. A lot of times I show you guys a lot of high-end knives, of all types and all steels and all things. And a lot of times I used to really be bothered by people that just showed really high-end premium knife steel knives like this Elmax TRC Apocalypse. Really great knife, serves me well, great kydex. But I wanted to show you guys and just talk about 5 knives that you can stake your life on, that are super affordable, and you can find them right now. And number 1 on that list is the good old Esee 6. I was lucky enough to grab a small run of these awesome camo micarta scales. Sorry, I'm using the phone for this, so it's a little off. But these micarta scales, they're very fibrous, really, really great. I actually have a little bit of rust on mine, which is funny. None of that decolorization is rust. I beat the crap out of this thing. This was the tan variant, and all the steel, all the coating, sorry, came off for the most part, so I just took the rest of it off. But excellent knife. Sharpening in the field is nothing. Never chipped, never rolled, never had a problem with it. Forever great. Esee 6, you can stake your life on it. And, you can find variants of the 6, the 5, and the 4 that are just super affordable, just over $100. Honestly, I don't remember how much the Esee 6 is. I'll put links in the description for all of these. Now, another one that I got secondhand from my buddy Gabe over at the Last Huntsman YouTube channel. This is the Top Silent Hero, and this is a blade that I told him I sent him a video the other day, and I told him that I have been gravitating towards this knife a lot recently. And there's something about it, that high saber with that. It's not very thick of a profile, but it's just an excellent blade. Their 1095 with the differential heat treat really seems to carry its weight in gold, just like that Esee 6. But the Top Silent Hero, I'm telling you, I thought I wanted the new variant with the smooth handles, smooth scales on it. I really like the Rocky Mountain tread. It's got a very thin profile. You can just get a great grip on it. Excellent grip on it. And the choil is not big and obnoxious to leave a big gap. Some choils come out to here and leave that huge gap to get up to the brunt of that blade and get some business done. But this thing is just very well balanced, very nimble, just an excellent knife. And this is a Yellow Hawk custom kydex for it. The Becker Bk16. This is number 3. The Bk16 Armitage carry sheath. I got that idea from Gabe at the Last Huntsman channel as well. This is a couple months back, maybe 6 months back. Excellent kydex. I actually had a little bit of an issue with the first one. It was too tight, way too tight. And instead, at the time, I didn't really know how to mend a kydex like I do now with a heat gun. So I emailed them. They had one here in 3 days. So now I have 2 sheaths for it, actually. They never asked for the other one back. I offered, but yeah, the Bk16 by Becker Knives, Ethan Becker. I got the micarta scales. I stripped it and did an acid wash at home. This knife, just an excellent, smaller belt knife, field knife. I don't see anything that this knife can't do moderately well for you guys. And this thing was maybe $100. The scales, yeah, the scales are a necessity for it to be an everyday user really nicely. You can put some grip tape or some other things on the polymer scales that come with it to make them not as slick. I wish Ethan Becker would push them to just do micarta scales and tack an extra $20 on the knife. I think it would just change the whole game. The Bk16, the Bk19, the Bk7, I have them all. I love them very much. That's another knife you can depend on. Taking a step up in price a little bit, not up to the $500 or $600 TRC level, but this is the Let me buckle it. This is the Lionsteel T6, and this is a review that I actually saw. This was what started a conversation and a friendship relationship between me and Gabe from the Last Huntsman channel. Because I told him I wanted one of these so bad because I saw his review on it. And they do an excellent job with their heat treat on the CPM 3V. Now this one, other than some pretty minor use compared to the other three, I mean, I did a lot of hard batoning, stabbing. It's got a big tip, beefy tip with that nice swedge on top. Sorry, again, I'm using the phone today. Just Lionsteel T6, excellent ergonomics. It has the canoed piece of micarta, so you don't have a seam on the bottom. It's a lot. You kind of notice that in the comfortability of maneuvering your hand on across the scales. Just an excellent survival knife, belt knife, and the sheath has held up really nicely. Good kydex. I also have to make a recommendation. The Lionsteel T5 is T5 and M5. Both of the 5s are excellent. And then my good old CPM 3V Bark River Bushcrafter 2. This was a really good knife and really got me a little deeper into the bushcrafting stuff and learning camp tasks. I did that with this knife, and it served me very well. But again, this is more of like a $200, maybe $220. It's a little higher in price. But yeah, just an excellent knife. The sheath is crap, but you know, it's definitely usable. But it is kind of annoying that they haven't upgraded the sheath. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about these 5 knives and just, you know, bring it to the table that especially these 3, the Bk16, the 1095 Esee 6, and the Silent Hero by Tops Knives are 3 unbeatable, really unbeatable knives that I get so much enjoyment out of. And I really wanted to just bring that up today. I know something was making me think about that. You know, I've been talking about Microtechs and Work Tough Gear. Again, you guys want to talk about affordable, some carbon. Now they have some stainless options, but affordable, trust on your life knives. This was more of like I wanted to talk about some of the kind of more basic knives that you can get a little cheaper and a little more accessible. You can get Work Tough Gear knives, but you just have to pay attention to when they're going to drop, which they have a drop, you know, an upcoming drop calendar flat out on their website. So I know a lot of guys hate the fact that they can't always get Work Tough Gear blades, but you know, the Work Tough Gear Adventure Team Facebook group that I'm a part of, we do a lot of buy, sell, trade stuff on there. You know, if there were times where I couldn't find a model myself, even though they send me stuff to test, and I put a post up on there, you know, can anybody find one of these? Let me know. I got 3 answers in 25 minutes, and I ended up finding it. So, and that was something I was looking for so long. That was a Nomad EDC, so the original one. But yeah, can't go wrong with a Lionsteel. They use some different steels, like this one is in 3V. They had a K345 or 380, one of the K steel variants in this blade. And then they use Nylox and some other steels that you just don't hear a lot of. Kind of like Work Tough Gear when they first came out. Some of their steels were a little confusing, SK85, K390, but now they have the new Wolverine and A8 Max, which is, I really think it's going to shock people, that variant of A8 tool steel. So, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I was watching a video on the Last Huntsman channel that Gabe did about his favorite knife steels, and I really wanted to throw out some of my opinion on some of the older classics, the Esee 6, the Silent Hero, anything from Becker knives. If you want to spend a little bit of time online and find some really affordable things for this, you know, this was $45 for a perfectly good Kydex sheath, $30 for the scales, I actually got them on Blade HQ. I think they had the scales for a while. They might still have them. But you can find all this stuff today. So realistically, this is now a $160 knife. But you know, the original, if you don't care about what your sheath looks like or anything like that, just an excellent blade. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you listening. And yes, it is really, really great to have, you know, if you have to save up and get a really nice knife on DLT Trading. There's 2 variants of the TRC Apocalypse that dropped recently. I'm sure they're still in stock, but you know, you can find them, and on eBay sometimes they're a little pricey. But this has been an excellent knife for me. But sometimes it's, you know, as much as I don't want to admit it, all my knives are users, man. All of them are beat up, except for this one. I haven't taken it that far. I'm not sure why. I think it's because it was so expensive. But that's the beauty about paying. That's the beauty about Work Tough gear, about Tops, about Esee, about the Beckers, is they're within a reasonable price, you know, of 200 something to 100 something, you know, where you don't have to feel like you don't even want to take it out of the house, or, you know, of fear of breaking it. And plus, those guys are great. I'm sure they have an adequate warranty, just like Tops and Esee. Esee has a no questions asked warranty. I could take this thing right now, go outside and see how much weight it takes to break the tip off, and send it right into them, and they'll send me a new one. So, Esee, Tops, Becker, Bark River, Lionsteel, just really great companies. And I should have brought down a Work Tough gear blade, but this was more focused on, you know, on some of the regular, kind of more primitive originals, like the Tops, the Esee, the Beckers, because I'm telling you guys, you just can't go wrong. They're gonna serve you well. So yeah, thanks for hearing my rant. It's kind of gonna be a quick video, and then, you know, there's more things I want to say about the blades. So guys, like always, get out in the woods, enjoy some time, even though it's winter, and don't be afraid to explore your passion of knife carrying and knife using. So like always, guys, stay safe and stay heavy.